Three skills that are of essence as an entrepreneur, especially now as you progress in the new year. You require the management of cash flow. That's very important. Secondly, the management of people. Third, the management of personal time. Especially if you are an SME and you have just started off. Management of cash flow means you must first of all pay your business. You must also ensure that you earn a salary, even if it is 5K, 10K, whatever amount, but you must have a salary. You don't also get into large unnecessary debts when you are starting. Management of cash flow. Pay yourself first, don't get into large debt as you begin, and don't dip into any small savings that you are making as you begin. That is very important. Secondly, the management of people. People is about keeping your promises to your staff members. It is about paying them well. When you begin, sometimes you may not be able to pay so much, but if there are any bonuses, any stock options that you might give them, it is very important, and keep to them. And also the idea that you should have a small board. People you may be paying or you are not paying, but you have retained them so that they can be your board of advisors. You also require to have cadre, be honest, speak as it is. If there's a mistake, raise it up very quickly, address it, and also ensure that you do continuous improvement of yourself and the people you have. The little money you can be able to put together, do a training here and there. There are so many trainings nowadays online. You can engage us. And remember, if it's your first time on this channel, please do subscribe now. Just hit the subscription button and you'll always get, and also the notification button, so that anytime you upload a good video, you are the first one to see. So management of people is very critical. The other thing about management of people is inspire. If you are an inspirational, you know to draw initially, especially when you have no finance. Yesterday I was speaking to an SME owner. There's some work he wanted us to engage together. And because we have worked a couple of gigs together, I had no qualms of working with him on this particular one. So you need to inspire confidence even with your people. The third key skill that you require as an entrepreneur, especially when you start, is a management of personal time. Have a morning routine, a time with yourself, a time for your prayer, for your meditation, a time for reading in the morning. Because sometimes when if you are in Juakali, what you call Juakali in Kenya, maybe you are in the informal sector, you require to keep your mind engaged and versatile. So read something, exercise, have a time with your God in the morning. For those who are Christians, of course it will be God. For those ones who are Muslims, it will be Allah. If you are from any other persuasion, what you consider to be your spiritual north, ensure that you have a morning routine where you put it and you commit your business and you commit the day ahead, and you speak to the day. The day listens, it can hear you. Say, this is going to be a blessed day. This day is going to bring businesses. This day is going to bring customers to me. The other thing about managing your personal time is always ensure that you have the internal fortitude, the staying power, that when things are tough, just hang on there. Hang a day at a time, an hour at a time, a minute at a time, because it is very important, hanging in there. The other thing about managing your personal time is management of stress. Let it not overwhelm you. Don't allow stress to overwhelm you. And of course, they say make time for silence. The 3S: silence, stillness, and solitude. Silence, stillness, and solitude. In silence, you create. You become very creative. Your mind, when there's no so much noise. So wake up slightly earlier than your people. Maybe if you normally your people wake up at 5, you can wake up at 5:30. Have your 20 minutes of silence, your 20 minutes of prayer or meditation. Have a morning routine which is outside your family. If you prepare your daughter at 4:30 to go to school or 5, wake up at 4 so that you can have your me time, you and yourself. That's why now you do solitude, silence, you meditate, you pray, you read something around the industry you are in, you distribute uniforms. Read something about other uniform distributors. You are in academy, you have a small academy which you run, a small kindergarten business. Read something about other kindergartens elsewhere, because you never know where these ideas are going to come from. Remember, if it is your first time on this channel, subscribe now, and so that anytime we upload, you are the first one to hear. God bless.